Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And before I get to the main topic, which you know I'm going to talk about, I want to briefly mention that I will be doing this last chip challenge on Saturday. This was sent to me by online, well, on YouTube. He goes by Metal Guru 85, but in person, he goes by Johnny Gilroy. He's been a friend of mine on YouTube for, well, he's one of my very first subscribers within the first 10, along with Baby Al 75. So they're my two best subscribers and my longest subscribers. But Johnny's been an awesome guy. He sent me this chip challenge, which I will be, like I said, I'll do it Saturday. I want to go to, on Friday, I want to go to Spin It, talk to Carl Barter, who's the proprietor and the owner of the shop. And hopefully, when I go there Friday, he'll have a Hard Day's Night and the new Bob Mold albums because I desperately want to pick those up. I'll be messaging him after. But I'm also thinking of going live on Saturday and doing this, you know, in real time for you guys, so you guys can comment in real time. I'll probably, yeah, I'll probably post that, like schedule that not long after I post this video, so that you'll have something to look forward to on Saturday. Yeah, going live on Saturday, so that I can do this chip challenge for you. That's my plan. Now, I want to talk about the first Ozzy years, of course, the first eight of the Black Sabbath albums. Of course, you know this is a 1970. Yeah, 1970, 1970. Later on, 1970, 71, the year I was born. This is a 72, 73, 75, 76, and then 78. And that's what I'm going to be going through. Because after that, Ozzy left Black Sabbath, okay, of course, and replaced by Rodney James Dio as Rodney James Dio. As you see, I have all the again extra special thanks to Larry Graves for sending me Paranoid. He knew exactly what I needed and what I wanted. Like I said, I could have bought it earlier at like almost four. It would have been almost $40 with tax and everything. It would have been just a higher bit rate and a kind of a weird packaging. I didn't want that one, so I am thankful. I was going to get it anyway, but I'm thankful that Larry sent me that, so I'm able to do this cool ranking for you. Now I try to imagine if Ozzy would have never have left, okay, and he made this album, how different would it be? What would it sound like? Would a lot of the lyrics be the same? I know a lot of the music probably would have been the same, but it would have been different. It would have been so different. But we're talking about Ozzy, okay? So I am ranking them from least best to best. So we're starting with eight, and we're working our way up to number one. And also, I am also compiling some of the best songs. Like I'm looking at my top 20 favorite songs of Ozzy. I just gotta go through them again to make sure I get all the right ones because there's a lot. But you'll see as I'm starting this ranking. Okay, at number at number eight and seven. Okay, kind of tied in many respects. Okay, these two are the least best ones. And I hate to say it because I really like these. I do enjoy these. But it's true. When you actually compare these two, to the other six, to the rest of them, what came before. Now, I'm putting this slightly ahead of this. So this will be number eight and this will be number seven. Just because this has Never Say Die on it, one of my favorite Black Sabbath songs. I love it, and it's the best song out of everything here. Now, Now with this, there's not really any hits on it that you can think of, really. Which one is the real hit on there? Is it Backstreet Kids, which is probably my favorite song on the album? You Won't Change Me. It goes to weird places. It's all right. It's all right. It's so different. It's not sung by Ozzy. Some people really like it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It's a dip. I like Gypsy. Gypsy's probably my other favorite song on there. Rock and Roll Doctor is probably another good one. But compared to the rest of them, this is a weak album. This is a weak album. Especially It's All Right. And there's another one here. She's Gone, I think is pretty weak. So that's why this is in eighth place. This is in seven. What a real drag for me is Air Dance and Breakout. Yeah, I don't like where those songs go. The three best songs are the three first songs of Never Say Die, Johnny Blade, and Junior's Eye. And I would say that I like Junior's Eyes just a little bit better than Johnny Blade. Hard Road's good too. Shockwaves is good, but then yeah, you got the Air Dance. Yeah, it goes. I mean, not saying that it doesn't rock. There's not rocking parts in there. It does. But in overall, yeah. But don't get me wrong, I do like these. Like I said, I would give them at least a 9 out of 10 because they are strong albums still. Like they are for the times. It's just when you compare them to the earlier stuff, the earlier stuff just wipes them out. In fact, okay, when it comes to the first debut albums of Ozzy, Diary of a Madman and Blizzard of Oz, right? I like these two albums better, much better than I like these two albums. There's so many great hits on here. I mean, you got like with the Diary of a Madman. I mean, Over the Mountain, Flying High Again, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, Believer, Little Dolls, Tonight, SATO, and Diary of a Madman. That's every song on there rocks. Um, on Wizard of Oz. I don't know. Crazy Train. Goodbye to Romance. For a slower song, he just nails it. Randy Rhodes with D. Awesome. S Solutions. Great stuff. Mr. Crowley. No Bone Movies. I always love No Bone Movies. And some of my favorite stuff, especially in the live album, on the tribute album, is Revelations, Mother Earth, and Steal Away the Night. Those, I mean, those are so worthy of, like, they're equal to any of the Black Sabbath stuff with Ozzy in my eyes. All right, so now we've gone through there at number six. Okay, and all right, this is a hard ranking. I mean, I do have my reasons for these rankings. I keep going back and forth from one thing to the other. I should flip that out so I don't have to go back and forth. All right. Now for volume four is that oh, where did I put that? Yeah, volume four would be at number six. Don't get me wrong; it has such great stuff on it. I mean, there's not really a bad song on there. Well, FX, people are bothered by FX. I love Supernaut. I love I love Snowblind. Probably my two favorite songs on the album. It has Changes, which is great. I always thought Changes was an Ozzy song and not a Black Sabbath song for the longest time. And then yeah, when I realized, hey, actually it's a Black Sabbath song. So yeah, but that's at number reluctantly at number six because I have to rank them in some order, right? So at number five, and again, I wanted this to be higher on the list. But number five is Sabotage. As much as I love it, and I know it's some other people's favorite, depending, this could change in next month. This could change, and all this order. I mean, I did listen to everything pretty intently. I would love to hear them all again and take notes down as I'm listening to them. but I'm just getting the overall feel of how much I liked them. Yeah, Sabotage was at number 5, and of course I love Hole in the Sky. I love Symptom of the Universe. It's my favorite song in the album. Megalomania is okay. Thrill of It All is pretty good. Superstars kind of dip a little bit. I Am I Going Insane is awesome. The Ritz pretty cool. So yeah. Then we're going to get a little bit better, and I want it again. I wanted this to be higher, but at number 4, the debut album, I really wanted this to be higher on the list for sure. I mean, you got the first 2 songs of Black Sabbath and The Wizard, and the rest is just as good. It has a great flow. And now, this being, I just want to mention that this being the first album, okay, and people not knowing what they're going to be getting into, and you put down that first track of Black Sabbath, I can just imagine people's minds being blown with the down, 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 and the way it's such a slow build up of the opening. And you don't know where the rest of the album's going, and you're wondering, is the album's going to be all like this? It's cool, it's dark and moody. I've never heard anything like it. But then the song starts kicking in, and every time I listen to it, it just kind of like, wow, okay, yeah, I can just put myself in that time period. Like, say I was a teenager and I was listening to Black Sabbath for the title track for the first time. Yeah, it would have blown my mind. Again, I wanted to put this higher, but there's stuff on the other 3 that I haven't mentioned yet that I like more. So let's continue. So at number 3, reluctantly, again, it could have been higher, and again, weeks, months, years from now, all this list could very, very much change. So Black Sabbath. I like how their band name is super small in the bottom, and it has such a yeah, Sabbath so big on the top there. But yeah, when it comes to this album, such good stuff on this. I mean, the title track, Sabbath by Sabbath, a National Acrobat is awesome. Sabracadabra is awesome. I really love Looking for Today. I think, like, yeah, this such. I mean, the only real, you know, lesser song on there is Fluff, and even that is actually really kind of cool. So that's at 3rd place, just because, yeah, the next 2 are just this is at number 2, Master of Reality. My experience with that morning, that night where I was having leg cramps, I had a little, like, I hadn't taken any in a while, okay, but then I needed to relax, and it was really early in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I hadn't puffed in months, and I needed something to get rid of that leg cramp. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep right away, so I said, hey, I had just bought this. I just bought it the previous day, so I was dying to really hear it. So I put that on, put it on. I had it on the headphones, and Sweet Leaf started. The whole thing is great. There's not really a weak song for me. Embryo, okay, it's a cool little transition. I mean, it sets up Children of the Grave very, very well. The rest of it is pretty good. Solitude's good. It sets up Into the Void. I love Into the Void. It's such a long song. So this is why this is at number 2, because I'm really impressed with this album. But yeah, you guessed it, at number 1, thanks to Larry Gray sending it to me. There, there's this album really does rock. Like, it's one of the first albums that I was the most familiar of with Black Sabbath as a kid. Okay, it's the one that I had heard the entire album first before any other albums. So I was way more familiar with this. But There's not a bad song. Not a bad song. I mean, it's. I think that for me, yeah, it's their best album. I mean, with War Pigs, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Rat Salad, and Fairies Wear Boots. Could Fairies Wear Boots be my favorite Black Sabbath song? I don't know. I know it's up there. So find out in a couple more days. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna compile. I don't want to do it in this video because I don't want to make it too long. But I want to compile my top 20, maybe my top 15 to kind of narrow it down a little bit. My top 15 favorite Black Sabbath songs, and they'll be ranked from 15 to one. I think so. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I want the creme of the creme, you know. All right. So that's it for me. I'm going to let you go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. You know I will love you forever. Greatly appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit the like button. Leave a comment because I will do what I can to respond back, or at the very least, give you a channel heart. That means I loved your comment. So don't ever be discouraged from commenting. And that's it, everybody. Just have a great day. Be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And yeah, yeah. Bye, everybody. Peace.